we just studied the Sutram 4.195, Ata Ing. Let us now take the next Sutram in the Ashtadhyayi order, which is 4.196, Bhavadibhyascha. Vritti of the Sutram simply states, Ing syad apatyarthe. So this Sutram also prescribes the affix Ing, same as the prior Sutram 4.195. Of course, the anuvritti of Ing comes down from the prior Sutram 4.195 into the Sutram 4.196. And we are in the section of Tasyapatyam, which starts from 4.192 and goes all the way down to 4.176. That is why the vritti says apatyarthe. So meaning of Sutram is to denote the sense of apatyam, descendant. The tadhitaha affix ing may be applied optionally following a syntactically related padam in which the sandhi operations have been performed, provided the padam ends in a sixth case affix derived from a pradipadikam, bahu, etc. listed in the bhavvadi ganaha. We call that within the adhikara of Samarthanam Prathamadva, which starts from 4.182 and goes down to the end of the second quarter of the fifth chapter of the Ashtadhyayi. So that's why the vritti says optionally, because it is va. And also the sandhi operations have to be performed within the padam before we add the affix, because the Sutram 4.182 says Samarthanam, and there we have seen that Samarthyam means Kritasandhi Karyatvam. And finally we are also subject to the Paribhasha Sutram 2.1.1, Samarthah Padavidihi, because as already mentioned, tadhita affix is in general added to a padam. So it's a padavidihi, and therefore we have to make sure that the padam is syntactically related. So all this we have seen before, nothing really new. Now let's look at the couple of notes which are here. First note says Akriti Ganoyam. Bhavvadi Gana is Akriti Gana, which is a class or group of words in which some words are actually mentioned, and room is left to include others which are found undergoing the same operations. So when we see the affix ing being used and there is no other rule to justify the usage in the sense of tasyapatyam, then we may include that pratipadikam from which that form was generated. We can include that in the bhavvadi ganaha. Assuming of course that it's a shishta prayogaha, it's a scholarly usage, and the affix ing has been used to denote tasyapatyam. We don't find any other rule to justify the operation, then we can look to the bhavvadi ganaha, the fact that it's a akriti ganaha, and justify that form. The next note here says that the Sutram extends the application of ing to words that do not end in the letter a, because we already have the Sutram, the prior Sutram 4.195 Ata ing, so that can be used for those situations where the pratipadikam ends in the letter a. Note further says that also in certain cases it brings back the affix ing where 4.195 would have been otherwise overruled by apavada. So the pratipadikam does end in letter a, but 4.195 is overruled by an exception, but we want to bring back the affix ing, so then we include that in the bhavvadi ganaha. So these are two uses of bhavvadi ganaha. The pratipadikam from which we want to generate the tadhita form does not end in the letter a. That's one situation, so 4.195 doesn't work. Or it does end in the letter a, but 4.195 is overruled by some exception, and we want to bring back the affix ing. That's also a situation where we can use the bhavvadi ganaha. Let's take an example here. Sumitrāya apatyam Sumitrihi Lakṣmaṇa, son of Sumitrā. We start derivation by taking Sumitrā plus nyas shashtyantam padam, because remember in tasyapatyam 492 tasya is a shashtyantam padam. So we take Sumitrā plus nyas, add the affix ing, because the word Sumitrā is in the bhavvadi ganaha. So we can use the Sutram 4.196. Note says that since Sumitrā does not end in the letter a, the prior Sutram 4.195 Ata ing cannot apply here. So next we remove the ending letter ny of the affix ing, because it's an it as per 133 halantyam, and takes lopaha by 139 tasya lopaha. Now Sumitrā nyas plus e gets the resignation pratipadikam by 1-246 krit tadhita samasascha, because we have a tadhita form here. That is why 1-246 applies. And then This allows us to apply 2471 Supodhatu Pratipadikayo. In the next step, form the look elision on the affix yes, which is inside this Pratipadikam. So now we have Sumitrā plus E. Now we apply 72117 Taditeshvacha Madehe from the Vriddhi substitution in place of the first vowel U of the Angam Sumitrā. So now we have Sumitrā plus E. The Angam Sumitrā gets the Bhasanya 1418 Yachibham, and that allows us to apply 64148 Yasyeticha to elide the ending letter A of the Angam Sumitrā. So now we have Sumitra E. We give the form Sumitri. Declines like Harishabdaha. So to summarize, we had to go to the Bhavadikanaha here because Sumitrā ends in the letter A. Hence we could not use 4195 Atha Ing because that requires that we have a Pratipadikam ending in the letter A. Sumitrā ends in A. So that's why we could not use 4195. We required 4196 to justify the form Saumitri. Let's take another example here from Gita, verse 117. Dushtadhyamno viratascha satyakischa parajitaha. Satyakasyapatyam satyakihi. Male descendant of Satyaka, who belongs to the Vrishni dynasty. The derivational steps are very similar to what we just saw. We start with the Shashtiyantam Padam Satyaka Nyas, add the affix ing by 4196 Bhavadibhyascha because Satyaka is listed in the Bhavadikanaha. Note says that first the Sutram 4183 Pragdivyat An prescribes the default affix An, which is overruled by the affix ing prescribed by the Sutram 4195 Atha ing because Satyaka does end in the letter A. But then 4195 is in turn overruled by the affix An prescribed by the Sutram 41114 Rishyandhaka Vrishnikurubhyascha because Satyakaha belongs to the Vrishni dynasty. And finally, the present Sutram 4196 brings back the affix ing since Satyaka is listed in the Bhavadikanaha. So here we see how even though 4195 is applicable, Satyaka ends in the letter A, but that is overruled by 41114, and therefore we need this Bhavadikanaha to bring that affix ing back. We can get the desired form Satyakihi. Remaining steps are very similar to what we just saw. So the ending letter of the affix ing is a it by 133 halantyam, takes lopaha 139 tasya lopaha. Now we have Satyaka yes plus E, which gets the designation Pratipadikam by 1246 Krit Tadita Samasascha. So allows us to apply 2471 Supodhatu Pratipadikayo in the next step. Perform the look elision on the affix, on the subaffix yes, which is inside the Pratipadikam. So now we have Satyaka plus E. Now we use 72117 Taditeshvacha Madehe. Perform the Vriddhi substitution in place of the first vowel A in Satyaka. So we get Satyaka plus E. The Angam Satyaka gets the Bhasanya by 1418 Yachibham. Allows us to apply 64148 Yasyeticha to elide the ending letter A of the Angam Satyaka. So we get Satyak plus E equals Satyaki. Declines like Harishabdaha. So the gist of this Sutram 4196 Vavadibhyascha is that Sutram extends the application of the affix ing in the sense of Tasyapatyam to words that do not end in letter A, which means the prior Sutram 4195 does not work. And also in certain cases it brings back the affix ing that 4195 would have been otherwise overruled by Apavadaha, as in the case of Satyakihi, which we just saw.